All right, so by now we have discussed quite a few tips for you to optimize your saving. Now we're going to discuss one of the crucial areas that you have to learn. So this is prioritization, prioritizing your expenditure. Now, Nimanta, as an agile coach as well as a personal branding coach, one thing that I advise my clients is about the approach.
Okay.
Right? So in whatever you do, you have to have a lot of clarity about your priorities. Now I think the same applies to the savings and wealth management. So your expenditure could be categorized under Moscow, right? So there are 4 basic areas where you can categorize each and every expenditure that you have to do, right? Namely, they are must have, should have, could have, and won't have.
Okay.
So what's your stance on that?
I totally agree, because now if you get your life, if you write down your expenses, you actually put must-haves in one box. As an example, your day-to-day expenses, your family expenses, expenses related to the kids, the transportation, those all these goes into the must-have.
Yeah.
Where you probably you can't change, or you can't change without lots of implications to your day-to-day life.
Correct.
Now, but if you get the area like could have, I mean, you could have that one. I mean, I would like to have a fancy dress, so I would like to have buy a latest electronic gadget, maybe something I saw on the internet, but it's not a must-have, maybe.
Yeah.
So where
even not a should have, right? So again,
Yes.
I mean, here this is something that I personally tried, and it works greatly, and I think it's going to work for you. So must have are your survival points.
Exactly.
If you miss one of them, you are going to get impacted.
Yes.
Right. So you got to manage them. You can't skip them. It's like skipping a loan payment. No, you can't do that. Skipping your credit card installment. No, you can't do that. Right. You got to keep paying that, because otherwise the impact, the repercussions would be much higher.
Yes.
Right. Should have payments would be the ones you could defer it. They are needed, but providing you have certain challenges in your finance, you can defer it to a later time.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
So basically, you can postpone maybe.
Correct. You may defer it to another week, another 2 weeks time, until
True.
you get your next paycheck.
True.
Right. Could have payments are the ones you mentioned. Those are nice to have. They will not add a lot of value to your finance, your month, and to you as a person. So therefore, you need to decide these payments wisely.
That's true.
Won't have are the ones you should worry about. These are not necessary for your month, right? For you to be happy or to proceed on what you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think even having a very basic understanding about on prioritizing your expenses, actually start thinking about it. Most people even don't think about their
Correct.
expenses. Now, if you have what this brings you is some kind of a start to your financial planning. Now, savings alone might not make you Richard Branson or Warren Buffett or a very wealthy person, but that's indeed a better start.
Yeah.
Now this will be a better start. Maybe we can talk about the investment later, and early retirement, and other aspect of the wealth, and how you can build your wealth.
Perfect. It's coming to an end. Before we end this video, I want your advice as a summarized version, right? So if you try to summarize our whole discussion, where could someone start, and what basic actions that someone could take in order to optimize his or her saving?
Now, Niro, I know practically it's easier said than done. Most people struggle these two. Everyone wants to improve their financial status or financial situation, but most people find it difficult. One way to look at this is think your saving as a muscle. It's a habit in your brain. It needs to be trained little by little. Take a baby step. Take a small step towards the right direction. Maybe start with a budget and find out the 5,000 you can save this month. Concentrate on it, and at the same time give yourself a reward. or give yourself, be happy that you have achieved something.
Kind of celebrate
Yes,
what you have
exactly.
achieved.
So that will help you to go for a bigger dream or bigger amount or save better.
All right. Okay. I think it was a great discussion. Thank you very much for
Thank you very much.
joining me.
Thank you for
So
having me.
We'll meet up for another video. So,
For sure.
right. So with that, we're going to end up this particular discussion, and I hope you all learn something valuable for your career, your life. And we are going to see you with another video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye.